It's Art with Amy for the Madison Public Library, summer of 2020. Doing lots of upcycled art projects this year, or this summer, with things that you have around your house. So today we're making cute little mushrooms, upcycled mushrooms, okay? The project today, you'll need some corks. See these? Like, these are corks from wine bottles. So I have 3. I'm gonna make 1 short little mushroom and 2 big, taller mushroom. You need to definitely have some duct tape. So I've got a couple of different colors of duct tape. You need to either have some paper towels. This is an old paper towel that was just laying in my studio, which I used once, but I didn't throw away, so I'm gonna use this. Or you just need to have some paper. And you also need a piece of cardboard, okay? And some markers and a glue gun. Always the glue gun, sorry. So remember, if you don't feel comfortable using a glue gun, ask an adult, get some help, okay? So here we go. And you can see my hands down below here as well. I'm gonna get, hold on, 1 more duct tape. All right, so I'm gonna start today. And I cut this piece of cardboard just off of a box, a flap of a box with my scissors. And what I'm gonna do is, using my markers, I'm just gonna color it, and I'm gonna go for green. Like little mushrooms kind of exist sometimes in very dark, kind of moist areas. Fungi, right? I'm sure there's some bad joke in there. So I'm gonna color this and use this as my base. And I'm using Sharpies. I'm using paint markers. You could use crayons or colored pencils as well, okay? So I'll try to do this a little fast. Mushrooms can be all different kinds of colors. Can be all different kinds of sizes. I admire them. I like them. I think they're kind of fun to take pictures of. Some people know their mushrooms really well. I do not. Like, you would want to get a book on mushrooms and fungi. Some people like to eat mushrooms that they find. I'm always a little bit scared because I don't know the mushrooms very well, to just pick any old random mushroom and eat it, because some mushrooms are dangerous and deadly to eat. And some are okay. Like morels, those are a popular mushroom. Usually you find those in the woods in the spring here in Wisconsin. And they're prized because they taste so good. Everybody loves to eat them. But I have to be honest, mushrooms are not my favorite vegetable. But even if it's not your favorite vegetable, they're still kind of cute. You can kind of admire them, right? My neighbor is trying to grow mushrooms in a log, a mushroom kit. I think it takes like up to 2 years to do that. Here's my little piece of cardboard. So here's my mossy green piece of cardboard I'm gonna put my mushrooms on. Okay, so what I wanna do is I'm gonna pull out some duct tape to start with, and I'm just gonna pull a piece, oh, it came off the wrong way there. Pull a piece of duct tape off like this, and I put it on the side of the table, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cover 1 cork. Super easy. So I'm gonna go like that with my duct tape, just wrap it around it and cover the whole cork the best that I can, like that. And here's the beginning of my little mushroom stem. This is his stem. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my old paper and I'm just gonna crumple it up. So this is just some paper towel that I was gonna throw away. And I crushed it up into a ball. See this? So I kind of made it into a ball. I'll do it again. But what I'm doing is I'm sort of making it like a rounded little bowl shape. See that? I'll do it again. I'll unfold it. I'll put it up here so you can see it. Here it is. So I'm going to crush it up, and I'm kind of folding it in on itself like this. So it creates a little bowl. This is going to be my mushroom cap, the cap of my mushroom, like that. See that? So I'm not going to use the same color of duct tape. I think I'm going to switch. I have this really great tie-dye duct tape I'm kind of really like a lot. And I don't usually rip big pieces. I kind of start with small ones. And I'm just going to cover this piece of paper, this little mushroom cap, with duct tape. Two pieces. If you want it to be tighter, you have to make the piece of paper be a little tighter and you crunch it up. There we go. So here's my mushroom cap. See that? And then here's my cork that I covered as the stem. I'm kind of pushing my thumb and my finger in here like this to make it be a little bit rounded. See that? And then here's my cork, and I'm gonna go like this. I'm actually gonna put a little splash of hot glue. I'm gonna glue it on there. And then I might actually put duct tape too. So there's my glue gun. I'll go down here. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue. Remember to be careful with that. And then I'm gonna glue the top on, just like that. It's this cute little mushroom. So I can also reinforce it. I have this piece of duct tape, this little piece that ripped on me. I'm gonna rip it in two. And then on the bottom, I'm going to just bring it from the cork up to the cap. See that? Just the underneath part to sort of reinforce it. There we go. And hold it in place. See that? Oops, that's a bad job. See the side of it? I just kind of taped it here and I taped it there. So here's my first little cute little mushroom. He's a fungi. Get it? Fungi? Bad jokes, Amy. So now I'm going to take him, and what I'm going to do is I'll move my piece of moss or my grass over, and I'm going to glue it right there. And you might have to hold this a bit. It might stand on its own if your cork bottom is fairly flat. Mine's pretty flat. So I'm just going to push it there and then leave it. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit. Now I'm going to go for the next one. My next one, I'm going to use some different colors of duct tape. I'm going to use this green and this black and white one. I like that combination together. Isn't that a great combination? And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two and I'm going to make it be a little bit larger. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue there, and I'm going to go like this and glue those two together. Oops, sorry. Those two like that. So there we go. I just glued those two together. See that? Like that. And then I think I'm going to make the stem be black and white. And I'm probably going to need a couple pieces of black and white. I'll probably need 3 pieces of black and white. So I will put one right across that glue right at the center where I just glued it, just to sort of reinforce it there. And then I need 2 more. I'll put one on the bottom. See that? I don't usually put it over the edge too much. I try to make it flush exactly with the cork. See that? And then I will do one more at the top. And my other one at the top. So, of course, there's always a story that goes with everything, right? So one time I took a college class that was a class I got credit for in college, but I went to Ely, Minnesota, to the Boundary Waters, and there was a class, and it was led by a professor, and it was a birding class. It was an ornithology class. But what we did is we canoed all over the northern Boundary Waters and stayed in tents and took all of our food with us. And my mushroom story is that we were looking for a place to set up our tent and our camp, and we came across this giant mushroom. It was huge, kind of mushroom. It didn't look like a little cap and a stem like this. It was like a wavy, it looked like coral reef or something. And the professor, he said it was edible. And so we were all excited to try this mushroom. And so they picked this mushroom, we set up camp, and then they put it over the fire in a frying pan and fried it. And we ate it, and it tasted really good. It tasted just wonderful. And then within like 30 minutes, there was at least 3 or 4 of us that were very, very ill. And I was one of those people. So I kind of have always been afraid after that to eat any kind of mushroom from the wild. Anyway. Okay, so remember on this little stem, this guy, we took paper towel. So in this one, let's say I don't have any paper towel left, I could just use some paper like this, white paper, or any kind of paper. Newspaper works good too. And I have white paper, and I'm going to just get 2 pieces, which again, crumple it up, kind of folding it in on itself. See that? It's a little bit harder to work with, but it's kind of nice because it gives you a little bit of an organic shape, the way a mushroom actually would be. Like there's a pointy part I don't like. I'll crush it in. And then once again, I'm just going to take duct tape. This time I'm going to take green. Cover it with green duct tape. See this? Wrapping it around underneath it. But even though I had a bad mushroom eating experience, I loved Boundary Waters. And I got to see so many beautiful birds, especially eagles in their nests. It was a very good experience. So, all right, so here's the top of this mushroom stem. It's looking a little plain to me, so I think I might take some of my markers. I'm going to put some spots on it. I always kind of like those little mushrooms that have spots on them. So we'll put some little purpley spots on this guy. Or this mushroom. It doesn't have to be a boy or a girl. It can be anything, right? I'm not really sure that mushrooms are gender anyway. All right, so here we go. Here's this one. I'm gonna put a little dab of glue and glue that guy. Glue this mushroom, there's some glue on there. I'm gonna put the glue cap on it. Move this glue gun out of the way so I don't burn myself. And then I'm actually going to put 2 more little pieces underneath the cap. Right? So that it also is reinforced. So I'll go like this from the stem to the cap, put one. And then from this side, I'll just do it like that. So the green tape kind of comes down a little bit, but it just reinforces it so it stays. There we go. And then lastly, but not least, put another little. Ooh, my hot glue gun must be on high. Smoking is so hot. Glue that mushroom right there and hold it a bit. There, pretty fun. Look I just made some cool little mushrooms. So you need corks, duct tape, paper, piece of cardboard, maybe some markers. See that? It's a great way to repurpose and recycle things, isn't it? Because we have to do a better job of the things that we are throwing in our waste in our landfill. So this is one way that you can recycle and repurpose, create a cute little fungi way. Great. Thank you for joining me today. There's one more session with Amy at the Madison Public Library. That one, I think we're going to try to make some little upcycled books. So thank you. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.
Don't forget to check out Madison Public Library's We Read program. Does your family read books? Read on your phones? Listen to audiobooks or podcasts? We want to celebrate all the different kinds of reading that are already happening all around Madison. Find out how you can participate at madisonpubliclibrary.org/weread.